Gonzalez, and welcome to all of our listeners and viewers around the country and around the world.
Juan, the story that you broke, for which you won the George Polk Award, about CityTime in New York City is only ever expanding. Yes, it continues to grow. This week, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York announced the indictments of 3 more people. It now brings it to 11 people who have been indicted over the last few months. 2 of them have already pled guilty and are now cooperating, and another one has died of a heart attack. But the investigation expands. The U.S. Attorney called it this week the largest fraud against government, not only in the history of the Bloomberg administration, but in the history of New York City. He said that as much as $600 million of taxpayer dollars that was spent is tainted by fraud. And one company alone that received $450 million for this payroll project, was basically a computerized payroll project to track New York City workers. The heads of that company and the company itself were indicted. The 2 heads of the company, Reddy Allen and Padma Allen, a husband and wife team, fled to India, their native India, shortly after being subpoenaed to appear at a grand jury. But according to the indictment, they've already, over the past few years, wired $46 million of the money that they got on the contract to India. And out of that, they used about $14 million to pay kickbacks to other contractors who were providing them jobs. So it's a massive scandal that continues to grow. Big question is, will the federal authorities actually indict members of the Bloomberg administration? Were any of them? How was it possible that over 6 or 7 years this massive theft of government money went on and the officials in charge of the project did not know anything about it? One of them, of course, has already resigned, the head of the city's payroll administration. But we're still waiting to see whether any actual government officials will also be indicted in this continuing and spreading scandal. Well, we continue to look forward to your reports, Juan. Yeah, well, it's been now since 2009 I've been writing about this, and finally, in late 2010, the government began to move.